I don't know what this is. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this little vlog, we are going to be doing like a self-care routine. I just have been feeling kind of in a slump lately. I haven't really been reading. I haven't been doing my normal habits. Like, it's just been harder for me to find the motivation to like keep up with my good habits. So we're gonna do kind of like a reset in that sense. I just finished cleaning up from dinner. I had a really healthy and yummy meal like you guys saw, and one of the things that I wanted to do is to like clean up my space. I've been feeling that like I'm not motivated to clean my space because I don't have a lot of pride in it, and it's just not like as nice or like as cute or even like, I don't know, as aesthetic as I would like. And my friend Lamar, who, if you guys remember, and have been watching the channel for a while, she actually gave me the bookshelf that I have because she was getting rid of it. She was getting rid of nightstands, so I'm going to use these as like storage units next to my bed. My bed is pushed up against the wall, so I'm just gonna put them side by side next to the bed. And kind of just level up my space a little bit, which is gonna be nice. So we're gonna work on that now. We're also gonna do my nails, probably not tonight, because it's getting a little late, 7 o'clock, which is not actually late, but by the time I get the drawers done, you know, we can only do so many things in a day. But yeah, right now I have a hair mask and some hair oil marinating. I got some lash extensions, like fake lash extensions, which I've never done before, but I was using a mascara that was like pulling my eyelashes out, which I don't think is the point. Like, I don't think it's the fault of the mascara, because a lot of people use too big mascara and that doesn't happen to them. I think I was not removing it properly. Maybe I just wasn't like patient enough with letting it kind of like soak off my eye or something. I don't know. But it's started to kind of rip my lashes out, so they look a little bit more sparse than I'd like. And I've never done eyelash extensions, but I didn't want to, I don't know, I just wanted to try it out and see if I liked it, and then if not, then whatever, I never do it again. But I just thought it would be fun. So we're gonna arrange the drawers in my room and get rid of the unit that I currently have in there. We're gonna do a hair wash and like an everything shower, and later we'll do my nails as well. And maybe the day I do my nails, I'll show you guys like my updated makeup routine. Not that any of you guys asked, but I thought it might be fun. So yeah, I'm wanting to try like a slower, calmer, cozier type of format. I've been really into like the concept of like urban homesteading and slow living, so I'm just trying to like implement that into my own life. And I also think that sometimes only talking about books, or like majority talking about books, kind of puts me in a pigeonhole, and I have so many interests and hobbies and things like that. So I figured I'd switch it up a little and see how it goes, and you guys can let me know if you like it and what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. So make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and yeah, let's get to it. So I'm about to take an everything shower, but I just wanted to show you guys some of the products that I use that I've really been loving. For my hair, I leave the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Hair Mask. In, like, honestly, I put it all over my hair because my hair is really dry and needs it. But you should especially focus this on your ends. And then in my roots, I use rosemary oil, the Camille Rose rosemary oil, and massage that into my hair. I also sometimes use like a scalp scrubber to massage that in. I especially try and get it like in this area right here, because I find that like I put my hair up a lot, like to go to the gym, or especially with like the slick back, that kind of pulls the hair in that area away, and I don't want it to be like losing hair almost. But also I'm just trying to grow my hair in general, so I use that. And then in the shower I use the Maui Moisture Hibiscus Water shampoo and conditioner, and that is for all hair types because they make ones for dry hair as well. And then my favorite thing, especially if I'm going to shave, is I will exfoliate my legs and underarms with the Dr. Teal's shea butter and almond oil body scrub. Oh my goodness, guys, this makes you smell amazing, and it works really well, I think. So yeah, just wanted to share some of those things. So I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna wash my hair. I was gonna do a blowout, but I just don't feel like it, so I'll show you guys what products I put in my hair tomorrow. But tonight I'm just gonna let it dry, and I'll style it tomorrow morning. But we're gonna shower, and then I'm going to attempt to do those eyelash extensions, so we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous for that. Okay, I just showered. I'm actually wearing all blue, which is funny, because that wasn't planned, but I just showered, and now I'm going to attempt to do lash extensions. I have the Kiss Lash Couture Luxtensions collection. I bought a different pair of lashes, and I've never done lashes before, so I didn't know that when you buy just the lashes, it doesn't come with glue, so I had to return it. So I got this, but I like want them to look natural. I don't want them to look super fake. I think this is the only one. I guess, guys, I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. Okay, well, I'll update. I'm gonna attempt to do this, and I'll update. If I like hold these tiny little lashes up to my eyeball and it looks way too insane, then obviously I just won't do it. But if it doesn't look too crazy, then I'll come back to you when it's done. Because I definitely need to focus because I don't want to mess it up and like make myself go blind or something, so we'll see. Okay, I did it. It took me forever to get them to stick. I don't know why it wasn't sticking. I think maybe I was doing something wrong, or maybe it just takes practice. I don't know. My natural lashes are pretty long, so in order for it to look like natural, for me at least, I did 6 mediums and 1 short. Same thing on the side, 6 mediums, 1 short. Because my natural lashes are actually really long and curly already. But like I said, I wasn't doing this to like make my lashes longer. It's just they were falling out because of the mascara that I was using. But oh my gosh, we'll see if this even lasts till the morning. But my hair has just air dried and been a big puffy mess. I guess depending on the weather tomorrow, I'll decide if I just want to take a flat iron to it or if I'm just gonna style it curly. So we'll all find out in the morning.
It's the only powder. I'm gonna take this and give you
a princess.
Hey y'all, I just want to talk a little bit through my blow dry routine. I use some heat protectant and then start to iron in layers of my hair. And then when I get to the crown of my head, I will start to flat iron in the opposite direction that I want it to lay. So you'll see here in a second. I flat iron forward so that it goes backwards and gives me a little bit more volume because my hair's pretty thin. So it lays pretty flat. And I'll do the same thing in the front, just ironing in the opposite direction. And you'll see here in a second when I curl my hair with a flat iron, I will start with the outside of my wrist facing out, and then I will completely flip my wrist so that the inside of my wrist is facing out, right? Yep, just like that. And that helps me get a really nice tight curl, which obviously is going to fall throughout the day, and gives kind of that blowout look. And I'll just twist it so that it keeps its shape a little bit. And then when I get to the front of my hair, I'll do it more towards the bottom as opposed to the top so it doesn't look so insane. And then I'll brush it out, and that's what it looks like. This morning we're gonna go have brunch with my friends. We actually just started a Bible study. So we are reading the book of Esther. So we just all read the first chapter and we're meeting up for brunch and to chat about that. So I thought I'd get ready with you guys. Obviously nobody asked for this little tutorial, but whatever, I thought it would be fun anyway. Also, look. I'm obsessed with her. My little reading Miffy. I'm using the La Roche-Posay one that has moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. The first thing is that I said that this was like a self-care vlog, I think, earlier, which it's true, it is. But this is definitely like my glow up vlog. Like, thing I haven't read barely at all. I'm thinking I'm gonna start The Housemaid's Secret just because that's such a fast-paced book that maybe it'll just get me out of the slump. And I've been wanting to read fantasy, so I'm debating between reading Caraval or the first book in Throne of Glass. So we'll see what ends up happening. I got this tumbler. It is a Stanley dupe. It's the brand Ozark Trail from Walmart. It's 40 ounces in this cutest color ever, and it was only $20, which is like half the price of the Stanley. So yeah, if you're like me, didn't want to pay Stanley price for a cup, there you go. Good, that one. This is the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer. I was watching this girl complain about like her makeup not looking good. She was like, it keeps separating, and I was like, geez, well then I think my makeup might be separated every single day. Like, I use a Tower 28 concealer and foundation, and I'm in shades Montana, which is 18, and Downtown LA for the concealer, because this is the first makeup that's approved by the National Eczema Association, which is amazing. If you have eczema prone skin, really sensitive skin, anything like that, and you have any recommendations of like a primer and foundation base that works really well for you, drop it in the comments, because maybe I'll try it out. I used to use the Maybelline, I don't remember what it's called, but you know how it's like the tiny little stick and it has like the puff on top and you just like swipe it all over your skin, and they make it in concealer and foundation. I used to use that, but it really wasn't lasting for me. As it wasn't lasting, my skin tone was looking really uneven. This seems to be working better, and I think it's because it's meant to be like outdoors all day, because it is like a sunscreen foundation. For those of you that don't know, I do live in Florida, so it's very hot and humid every day, and that could just be the reason why things aren't sticking as well. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for a good base when you have sensitive eczema prone skin and live in Florida, please let me know. I just blended that with the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. I just got it because it was cheap. I don't know. I used the Say Beauty Sun Melt in shade Light Bronze. And I also used the Say Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Spicy. For me, who's a little bit tan, but like not super tan. I'm just like, this is my natural being Hispanic lady tan. I think the darker colors like this fit my complexion a little bit better than some of the brighter pinks that I see a lot of people using. I know I spoke earlier about like being into urban homesteading and kind of like slow living and not really sure what that means for the channel. I was on Instagram and I got targeted with a reel for this woman who her niche is cozy hobbies, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. Reading is a cozy hobby. I have all of the supplies to crochet. I don't do it that often because for some reason I just cannot get down like the basic stitch, and it drives me insane. So I keep like attempting, and then I guess maybe I'm just not good at counting my rows because everything that I try to crochet turns into a triangle. And then I get really frustrated and I stop. So I have all this stuff to crochet. I used to make my own clothes. Oh yeah, that's not true. I didn't make my own clothes. I used to alter my own clothes. And so literally right under my desk I have my sewing machine. But my sewing machine for some reason is out of time. I'm not going to explain the mechanics of a sewing machine like I actually know. But suffice it to say, my sewing machine's out of time, so I haven't used it in a while. But I used to love to do that, and I was actually wanting to get into hand sewing again, just because number one, I want to improve my fine motor skills, but also like people used to sew without a sewing machine all the time, so I'm like using no sewing machine as an excuse not to like thrift things and make them my own and just like be, I don't know, be crafty. And I just don't really think that that's a good excuse anymore for me, so I do that. I'd like to get back into it. I love to cook and bake. I actually just got a cookbook from the thrift store that has the recipe for how to make your own sourdough starter. So I was wanting to do that. And yeah, just like everything, I love everything cozy. So I think that maybe that's my true niche, and I was using books. Not using books, I just kind of like zeroed in on books because that's been my most long-standing hobby. Everything else is kind of touch and go based on how I'm feeling, whereas I've always loved to read. I've always been reading books, and obviously I find a lot of joy in it and community. But yeah, I think maybe cozy hobby is actually my niche. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I use a lot because, like I said, I live in Florida. It's hot as heck, and the humidity today is like 80%. I'm also going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray because when I originally bought this, I think it was a dupe for one of the really popular ones. It might have been like the Charlotte Tilbury or something. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I think maybe cozy hobby is like my actual intended niche. That sounds really true to like what I enjoy. Now we're gonna take out my heatless curls. I watched no tutorials on this before I did it. I just have seen so many girls do it on TikTok over the past like 2 years that I just assumed I knew what I was doing. Oh my gosh, guys, this actually doesn't look half bad. I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. I don't think that the curls are even. I definitely think this side is a lot tighter. I think I'm just gonna take a curling iron and curl these a little bit higher, closer to the root, so this doesn't look so dramatic. For some reason, these curls right here by my face is like giving founding father. I don't know. But it was a good first attempt, so I'm gonna fix my hair and then I'll come back when we pick an outfit. Okay, this is the outfit I ended up going with. This is just a little sundress from Urban a few years ago. Underneath I'm wearing my Lululemon Align biker shorts. I think these are the most comfortable. They don't ride up as much as other shorts in my experience. I'm wearing my slippers right now because I'm in the house, but I'm gonna wear them with my Reeboks. I don't know what edition these are, like what they're called, but these. And then I'm also, if I get cold, I'm gonna bring this jean jacket. I thrifted this a few years ago. It's the brand Sonoma Life and Style. But think that's really cute for a more dressed down look. Also, if I wanted it to be a little bit more girly, I would wear this cardigan from Loft and these little Steve Madden sandals. But yeah, I put my hair in a half down. I just use like the tiniest little clip, so hopefully I won't put too much of a crease in my hair. But for jewelry, I have these two little rings from Annalisa. This one is just a thinner gold band with tiny little stones in it. This is the dome ring on my middle finger. And then I have my everyday rings that I always wear. And I think because I'm not going to wear a necklace and I'm wearing white sneakers, I'm going to do a gold watch. I just have this one from Incline. Thank you to my wonderful boyfriend for getting me this watch. If I was wearing the other outfit, I would wear this watch, which is a Fossil watch. Thank you to my parents for getting me this one. Also, I just realized that I have the fan on, but it's so hot in here, you guys. I did my makeup without the fan on and I was sweating. Also, for my lip products, I used the Tarte Set Sail. This is like so many years old. And I don't even know if they sell it anymore, and if they do, it's definitely not in this packaging. So I bought like 2 or 3 of these when they were actually selling them, so that I would always have one because it's my like go-to lip color. And then on top of that, I just put the CoverGirl Clean and Fresh chapstick in the color Clear. And one thing that I like to do is I will put my lipstick on my lips and then take a tiny little bit of it and pat it onto my cheeks, like where I put my blush. And I heard that tip years and years and years ago, but I think it just makes your makeup look a little bit more balanced because you're carrying the same color throughout your face. And I think that looks good. So I'll see you guys later. What day is today? Today is Sunday. Oh my gosh, you guys, I took the eyelash extensions off. These are just my natural lashes. Hopefully you can see. One of them came off this morning and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna continue to reapply and like deal with all of this. The removal process took forever and it was awful, and I just don't think I'm ever using eyelashes again. Also, I don't know if anyone else had this issue, but I have like, I don't know, first of all, like I feel like my eyelids are sore, like, and there was just like a constant tiny bit of like a little itch. So maybe I was just allergic to them, who knows. But today we're gonna do our nails. Honestly, it's been 10 days and they've lasted really well, at least on my left hand. My right hand that does all the work is obviously a little bit of a mess. So we're gonna redo our nails. Before that, I wanted to try making an adrenal cocktail, just because I am going to attempt to withdraw from caffeine this week, and I just don't want to be like all over the map. I don't know if this works. I guess I'll find out, you know, at the end of this week and see if it really had any benefit. But from what I gather online, it's you use half a cup of orange juice, half a cup of coconut water, and then sea salt, which I don't have sea salt, but I do have Himalayan salt, which has like minerals in it, which I also know is good for you. One thing about coconut water is that it's really difficult to find coconut water that's only coconut water. This is the only brand I was able to find. A lot of them have like additives, which I assume are preservatives or sugar in them. So just make sure you're being mindful when you look for that. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I'm really, like I said earlier, really into like more slow, cozy. I've been watching a lot of other creators who do like urban homesteading and farming, and I love Ballerina Farm. Rohini Elise, who I used to watch in college, now lives on like 90 acres in Tennessee, which is like my dream. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little update. This To get half a cup of orange juice, I needed 2 whole oranges, so. I'm not the hugest fan of coconut water, but I don't know, we'll see. It's not bad. Literally tastes like orange juice and salt. Just got a mouthful of pulp. Finished doing my nails. I just like gave myself a manicure, took the polish off, and shaped and trimmed them. I think I'm gonna let them breathe for like a week or 2, just because they are feeling a little more fragile than normal, and my thumb completely broke off. I just did my eyebrows as well. I do them myself, so I just use either a spoolie, or I actually use an eyelash separator. I bought eyelash separators for obviously when I do my mascara, and it came in a pack of 2, so I use one for my eyelashes and one for my eyebrow. It just look like this, and it closes up, but I use that to brush out my eyebrows, and then I just use little like cuticle scissors, or eyebrow scissors is what they're called at my CVS, and then I'll just pluck any additional hairs that I want to take off. So I like to keep a pretty consistent shape, and mine they grow really fast, so I do them probably once a week. I just saw myself. I forgot I had this lip color on. This is, I accidentally bought the wrong color of chapstick at CVS last time I went. This is the CoverGirl Clean and Fresh chapstick, and I really like the formula of it. I meant to buy the clear, and I accidentally bought You're the Palm is the shade, so I just keep it in my nightstand, and I put it on before bed as like my bedtime chapstick, just so it doesn't go to waste. And I put it on a little bit ago and forgot that I had it on, but anyway, I think this is gonna close out this video. I'm really excited to make more videos that are really like slow and homemaking, and just I spend a lot of time at my house, and I like to romanticize the process a little bit more, but I'm also really passionate about homemaking and just like curating your space and cooking really delicious and nutritious food, and I want to get back into hand sewing and like altering my clothes and things like that. Yeah, it's something that I really enjoy and something I'm really passionate about, and I just don't see a lot of creators that talk about it in the urban sense, because obviously I just live in an apartment. I don't live on multiple acres, and while I love watching people who live on multiple acres, and I just don't think that there's a lot of overlap between people who are interested in like holistic practices and homesteading and homemaking, and also like having aesthetic videos, I guess you could say, like romanticizing that process. Because I think a lot of like reading blogs especially, it's like I'm not doing anything insane, so there's a lot of like visual interest that has to go into it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't know, we'll see where it goes, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, comment a cowboy emoji so that I know that you watched. Follow me on Instagram at Books with Bloom, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and love you guys so much. Bye.